here because we're losing our democracy and we can't take it for granted. And there's a person who's not elected who's already getting paid $7 million to basically hack into our system and take all of our personal information, and then influencing the president's decision to shut down funding. So so many of these agencies pay for farmers to grow crops, pay for vaccines and health care for all kinds of people all over the world. It's to protect the whole...
And the CFPB.
Oh, and the CFPB has been billions of dollars returned directly into the pockets of taxpayers for fraud and for all kinds of criminal acts that companies have been engaged in, for mortgages, illegal mortgage contracts, everything. And now this agency doesn't exist anymore and it's not functioning. So that's why I'm here.
Are you afraid of fascism?
Yes, I am. I am afraid of fascism.
What does it mean to you?
It means that we don't get to vote. It means that we don't get to make a decision. We elect people and they're not listening to us and they're not protecting us. Instead, they're listening to somebody who wants to stay in power forever or have a lot of money and to only listen to what corporations and super wealthy people want. That's not the country. That's not what makes up the country.
My name is Crystal Higgins, and we are out here because of the coup that's happening. We are not going to allow it. We did not elect him. Again, you have to do anti-Musk rats, and we're here to take it out. I am an American citizen, and I'm not standing for that. No. Again, we have to stop the coup, deport the Musk rat. That is what.
How do you think he got so much power?
He got power. That's the money. Money. Trump is a puppet. Again, American citizen. The small dollar counts as well as the big dollar, and it's time for us to stand up, let our voices be heard. Resistance is power.
And do you think it can be stopped? It seems like they control the Congress, the judicial, and the executive.
Stop it. And that's what we're here, if we have to be out here every day. We're out here today. We'll be out here again on President's Day to take it back. And as you can see, it's getting the resistance being heard. And I'm so glad that American people are standing up.
Well, Mrs. Marge Atkinson, I'm a former teacher, former mayor, and I'm also a union member. And we need to have the people speak, not Elon Musk billionaires. We did not elect him.
And what do you think it's going to mean for unions having Musk in charge?
Well, terrible. It's terrible for everything to have Musk in charge. These guys don't know anything about governing. They don't want to govern. It's a debacle. It's, all the people who didn't vote, shame on you.
Are you worried about fascism?
Oh, absolutely. That's what we have. We're not worried about it. We have it. How do we fight it? You have to start somewhere. Okay. So I'm too old for this.
What union were you in?
Teachers' unions.
He wants to, I think, privatize all public education, get rid of teachers.
They've been trying to do this forever. We know that. We've been fighting it forever, yes.
And what would that mean to the schools to privatize all public education?
That would be terrible teachers, because the teachers who teach now do it passion besides the money.
What's your name?
My name's Patricia Jones. I live in El Cerrito, and I am here representing Together We Will Albany Berkeley. We've been working for our democracy since 2016, and I am appalled that they're tearing our government apart. They're hurting everyday people. They're firing Forest Service, National Parks Service, everything. And not only that, they basically hacked into our data systems. They have our personal IDs, they have our social security numbers, they have our bank account routing numbers, and they've opened it up to be unsecure. China hackers could be here right now. It's just terrifying. And as far as your question about fascism, I was a history major. I studied Soviet Russia, and I studied World War II and fascism in Italy and Germany, and I have been warning for years that it's a coming. It is a coming. And, I never ever in a million years, when I was studying all about Soviet propaganda and the horror show in Germany, never in a million years thought we could face something like that. And I'm just glad that I'm old and I don't have any kids. I mean, it's just so sad, so sad.
And what can people do about it?
Well, this is one thing they can get out. They need to call. They need to call their senators and their reps. There's a website or app called 5calls.org. 5calls.org makes it really easy. There are different scripts every day. They show you who your rep is. And then also try, because heck, we're in Berkeley, right? You need to get to your friends in the red states. They need to call their reps. They need to hear the pushback from the people. I mean, look at this, listen to this, and hopefully this is going on all over.
We are here defending ourselves, defending our community, kicking Elon the felon in his pocketbook where he deserves to be kicked long and hard. Men, women, children, and everything in between. We are here to see each other and know how strong we are.
Is she living there now? Pardon? Is she living there now?
My name is Grace, and I'm here because I see day by day that our Constitution is being shredded to pieces by Trump and his biggest campaign donor, Elon Musk.
So what do you think should be done? You've got a sign here, I mean, trash can?
Well, trash Tesla, right? And that. So I think, people need to operate on all levels, right? They need to call and email their representatives as well as take to the streets to show exactly that we, the people, have the power, not Elon and Trump.
Hey, hey. Ho, ho.
Got to go. Hey, hey.
You get out of Doge. What does that mean?
His take on get out of Dodge. He needs to get out of Doge.
Why are you concerned about Doge?
He has no authority to be in the White House that he wasn't voted for.
It seems like he's taken over from Trump.
Seems so.
What do you think the future of this country is?
I hope that we can stand up against it. We're not looking good to the rest of the world.
You think people in the American country can stop it? Seems like a tidal wave coming.
I hope so. That's why I'm here.
Well, tidal wave on which side?
Well, there's a rise of fascism in this country.
That's right. It seems as if there is, yeah. And I have no gripe with being more efficient in government, but I don't think they're doing it the right way. They're hurting people. They're just tearing it down. They're not doing anything to fix it. They're just breaking it. And people all over the world are being hurt, including lots of Americans. Lots of scary things are in the works, including the disassembly of Medicaid. 36 million people could find themselves without any health care because of what the Republicans are working on right now. So it's serious. Fix things. You don't have to break them to fix them. Make them better.
She's based in the Middle East and as a peacemaker, and her funding has basically is about half dependent upon USAID through a certain institute, and they just suddenly shut down the funding last week, and they came in and wanted to wipe out the computer memories and take the computers away from their daily use, and fortunately my daughter's got some other work. But it amounts to a third to a half of a certain institute's entire budget, a peacemaking environmental institute, and that's what happened. These guys are fascist, racist, and they are very dangerous.
Here because Elon Musk is putting putting our lives at risk. He's rampaging through our government systems. He has all of our personal data now, and he has our national security data. He and his lost boys are rampaging through, destroying everything we and generations before us created to educate our kids, to care for people who are hungry, for people who need health care. And why is he doing this?
Donald Trump.
Because he wants to be a tyrant, right? He's a wannabe tyrant, he's a wannabe king. But in this country, do we have kings?
No!
Is Elon Musk our king?
No!
Is Donald Trump our king?
No!
So once again, do we have kings?
No!
So we are here today in front of Tesla with all these swastikars behind it.
Yes!
To say that Elon Musk is in our business, so we will get in his.
Right on!
And we will stay in his business until he leaves us the fuck alone. And we are also here today to call on the Tesla board to dump his ass. You know, he's not helping their bottom line, and they want to be associated with swastikars, so they should dump him. And we're here today to call on our senators and our representatives to do everything they can to protect us. And lastly, many of us are probably invested in one way or another in CalPERS. CalPERS is one of the largest investors in Tesla. So we're here today to call on CalPERS to dump Tesla. So once again, do we have kings?
No!
Is Elon Musk our king?
No!
So we will stay in his business until he gets out of ours. What do we want? Democracy. When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Democracy!
When do we want it?
Now!
Are you affected by Musk?
Yeah, I'm very much affected by Musk.
What happened?
I work for an organization that was funded by USAID, and they were forced to lay me off because of the funding freeze and the firing of all the USAID, or the attempted firing of all the USAID employees.
Are you shocked?
Was I shocked? I guess I am a little bit surprised. I knew what this administration had in mind, but the veracity and the speed or whatever with which they're doing it is pretty shocking, and then the volume of it.
You think we're in a fascist situation?
Who am I talking to?
Pacifica.
I personally think if you look up the definition of fascism and all the sort of the elements of fascism, and you look at what the Trump administration is doing, I think that's a fair conclusion to make.
The billionaires are directly in charge.
What's that?
The billionaires are directly in charge.
Oligarchs are definitely in charge right now.
And you're talking about data. Why are you concerned about what he's doing? He says it's going to be more efficient.
I don't know how efficient it is if he is stealing the data from the Treasury and potentially stopping the payments from Social Security to my mom. So I don't really get why that's efficient, since we've all paid into that system.
Okay, thank you. What's your name?
Jen.
Okay, thanks, Jen.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Elon Musk has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Elon Musk has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Elon Musk has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Elon Musk has got to go!
You think Musk is a Nazi?
Absolutely. There is, look, he can deny it. He did it. He's supporting Germany's far right
AfD party?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a Nazi. He's racist. He's a Nazi.
And how do you think he got in power?
How do you think he got in power? I guess ask Trump. Trump and him probably made a deal.
Are you afraid of fascism, what it's going to do?
It's already happened. People I know have already been laid off from their federal jobs. You know, people working in research, they've already lost their jobs. It's already here. It's not what it's going to do, it's what it's already done.
And what departments did they work for?
And what?
What departments did they work for that they got laid off?
OSHA, USAID, NIH research funded, yeah.
Is he destroying the country? Isn't that?
Absolutely. And not only that, it's like he claims to be saving money. It's one of those penny wise, pound foolish. You destroy. You're laying off the fabric of our society, the middle class, the ones who are drivers of our economy. You're laying off all these people. What's going to happen to our economy? He's going to go after the banks next. Destroying government is destroying our country.
Thank you.
I agree with that. Destroying the government is the government is not the problem. Destroying the government is a problem. Does government have problems? Sure. Can we fix them? Yes, we should. Destroying it is no way to fix them.
Well, it seems like the oligarchs, the wealthy, are getting even bigger in the United States and all over the world.
That seems to be part of the problem. They do appear to be behind this. It seems like a coup of the wealth class against the rest of us. And I feel like the message is being muddied a little bit. A lot of people get it. A lot of people see it. A lot of people don't, I think. And that's what we're trying to do, is get that message out. Like, this is really what's happening. It's not, as she said, not what will happen. It is what is happening. And we hope that enough people realize that so we can get together. They don't have complete power over us. We're still individual human beings. If we can organize, get clarity, get our thoughts together, we can't oppose this. We can oppose this.